There's been a bunch of people bugging at me to see what I've done with my Marineland 5-gallon portrait tank. This must be a super popular aquarium. When I said it was one of the top sellers on Amazon, I wasn't lying. It is a bestseller right now, and for $60 shipped to my door, this tank is a ridiculous price. Again, I'll throw a link in the description box. It has curved glass, an LED light that is appropriate for plants. It's 5 gallons, it's not 2.5, so you can easily put some adequate nano fish in here. Literally, guys, in this episode, I'm going to be modifying the Marineland 5-gallon portrait tank. Why? Because I modify everything and I wreck it. That's what I do. I take it apart, I wreck it. Let's dive into this. Just so you guys are aware, I already did an unboxing video and kind of walkthrough on this 5-gallon Marineland tank, and I gotta say, I was obsessed with it and super excited to dive into modifying it. The first and most important modification to this tank is ripping out this internal sump. On glass aquariums, internal sumps are always just siliconed on the inside, so all you have to do is just cut the silicone with a knife and just literally rip it out. And some of you guys might be thinking, why would you do something this stupid, Chris? This is a built-in filter, right? Well, here's the thing. The pump on these things has too much current for a lot of fish, and I just hate the idea of taking away of internal tank space of the inhabitants. I like my tank super simple. I like to use sponge filtration and just an entire opening inside the tank. I don't want to take away of swimming space and living space of the inhabitants. I hate internal sumps. So within around 10 to 20 minutes, I had that internal sump entirely ripped out, and all I have to do now is just take my time and clean up the silicone. I really want this tank to look nice because with nano tanks, that's what it's all about. We're taking our time and kind of just making sure everything looks the best it can. I've also decided to use the substrate fluval stratum because, let's be honest, it's probably the best on the market for what it is, and it's a bit expensive, but I absolutely love this stuff because it's so nutritious to plants. I'm gonna add some water now using an airline. The reason I'm using an airline is because it's a really slow flow and it's not going to kind of disturb the substrate, even though stratum would hold itself down. Sometimes if you throw a giant hose in here, it'll just kind of resurrect everything. And the idea here is just kind of take our time. I'm stealing the water from another tank, so that could kind of be beneficial to the aquarium. Even though I'll probably do like 5 water changes before actually even throwing any inhabitants in here. I also don't have a small seeded sponge filter to throw into this tank, so I'm actually going to have to cycle it on my own. And what I've been doing here with my airlines is throwing a zip tie on the end of them instead of using an air stone, and that kind of enables you to be able to pull up on the airline and have the device sponge filter come with it. So that's about where I'm at with this Marineland 5-gallon tank. I ripped out the internal sump, I cleaned up the silicone really nice, I threw in about 3 inches of fluval stratum. I have this small sponge filter I'm going to use. It's not seeded, so I'm going to have to cycle this tank somehow. I do have some bottled bacteria. I don't know if I want to use that though, so if you guys have any ideas on how I could jumpstart this cycle, maybe I'll throw in a larger sponge filter with the smaller one. But as you can see, the tank is looking pretty nice. I'll probably do like 4 or 5 water changes throughout the next couple days to just kind of make sure that fluval stratum is rinsed, because I never did rinse it upon putting it inside the tank. So let me know, guys, what do you think so far? So as far as the tank and where it's located, this is my desk here in the office, and this is right to the left of it, and I wanted it this way. I wanted to be able to just kind of like, when I'm stressed out on my laptop and doing video editing and what have you, I can literally just look to my left and just have pure zen sitting there in a little 5-gallon tank. And this thing looks really cool. I know it's kind of weird angling as far as you guys are concerned and videoing it, but this is what it is. A couple things that I'm faced with is I still have a little bit of tilt because this is one of those 40-gallon breeder racks from Home Depot, and for some reason I can't get it straight. And I don't know if I want to put shims underneath the tank on the right side of it, because the entire tank needs to go a little bit like that. Or do I shim the entire table? Or is it the piece of plywood that goes on the inside? I don't know. I'm over analyzing all this stuff. Guys, I still don't know what plants to put in here as far as aquascape or what fish to throw in here. Let me know in the comment section what you guys would do. I'm kind of just, what I will do is put plants in there and let it cycle, figure itself out. When I do planted tanks now, I always figure out the plants first, and then I slowly will add a couple tough fish, or just make sure the plants are figured out first as far as like dosing and what have you. So guys, let me know in the comment section. It's not Corona, it's not Corona. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think I should put in this tank, what plants. I do have some Java ferns. Also, I have some water sprite, but I feel like water sprite isn't a cool enough plant to throw in here. So, and we do have stratum, so we could probably keep some shrimp in there. I don't know. I'm really excited. I'm gonna quit blabbing. Let me know what you guys think. I took this internal sump out, so that might be cool. Some of you guys might hate it. So let me know in the comment section, guys. I need your help.